message to the world is he wants to get the truth out. He wants to get what happened, and he wants the reality of what the bad part of the government is doing. Okay, he wants to put a light on that because that's his truth. Okay, and the whole purpose of him was coming onto the live because he was seeing that I was putting a broadcast of if the Anunnaki's coming back, if it ever, and he's stating that that's a black op operation, or like basically the elites or misinforming the public on this propaganda thing of an alien invasion, that he believes that this is BS, complete BS, which is, you know, huge, right? He touches on that we're capturing alien race, right? We're capturing people from these crash retrieval programs, these UFOs, right? Is extraordinary, right? And he goes into great detail and great lengths on why that's not true, as far as what this alien invasion thing is all about, man. It goes nuts. It goes deep, dude. It's an hour and 15 minutes long. I'm telling you, man, he goes into some details that's going to blow your mind. Now, all we need now is just the evidence. That's where we are now, right? So let's see, man. If he says he has it, he says he has it. So let's see, man. Peace. Community conversating. He has a message. It states that, you know, this information deserves to come out, and the public needs, the world needs to know about this information, and also that the bad powers to be inside the government need to be shown, you know, and we should find out about it. Now here's the stuff like that, and here we go, guys. Take care. I think.
Let me explain something. I was in USAP, which is a branch of the Navy. It stands for Unacknowledged Special Access Programs. And I was on a blue team. What we dealt with is we would go out and retrieve all these crashed UFOs, take them back to base.
Yeah.
I knew a lot about what's going on, and like I said, you guys are worrying about nothing.
Bernardo, you're saying that this is this BS, that you were on the crash retrieval program, that you were on the ground floor of this?
Yes. Yes, and you guys are worrying about nothing.
So what were you involved in? What military branch were you at?
I just told you, USAP, stands for Unacknowledged Special Access Program.
How many craft did you return?
How many?
Yeah.
An exact number would be in the hundreds.
Oh.
What he's talking about is there's a good part of the government and a bad part of the government.
Yes.
That part is they have a treaty that they can't give us advanced technology because we destroy ourselves. But how they skirted the treaty is they would get J-Rod to put stuff in my head, and I would be the one building it. So they actually never touched it. I built it because a human built it. We got to get the technology.
The reverse technology?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, were you like a mechanic? Were you like a pilot? Were you on the ground? What technical services were you providing when you were recovering these craft?
I would just go out and retrieve them with everybody else. Like I said, I was on a blue team.
All right, so what example you have?
Were you like the technician of strapping them down and wrapping them up and getting prepped for moving? Like what process in which these crafts were retrieval? Because I mean, you had different people. You had a helicopter mechanic. I mean, a helicopter. You had the field mechanic. I mean, what part of that scenario were you a part of?
I'd be one of the first ones to go in and secure the craft.
Okay, so you were the first ones there.
Yeah, I'd have to contain the beings that were in there. And the reason I was able to do that is because all of my abduction experiences when I was younger, they did something to me where I could spend time with Grays. You know, most people can't spend time with Grays because there's too much psychic energy. It drives people crazy. But they did something to me, I don't know what it is, but that's why I got drafted into the ESOL program. I was able to go into the craft and secure things. You understand what I'm talking about?
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That means
what else?
Level of clearance in.
I had an Ultra 12 security clearance.
Yeah.
How did you secure a craft? What was the process of, you said you secured the aliens and the craft. Can you just walk us through how that happens?
Just like that.
First step's getting the door open, figuring out how to get the door open. 'Cause a lot of those doors, they're like seamless. It's hard to tell where they're at. We just search around the craft to find out where the freaking door is at.
But how did you do that?
We just go with the craft, touching everything, seeing what would open it.
That's probably have to do with a level of frequency that you was putting off. Whatever they did to you.
Yeah, something like that, I guess.
Yeah, because that's the only way that you could probably enter and exit out of the craft.
So were there no devices that were used to analyze how to open the doors? Was it just a process of walking your
Like I
hands?
said, I don't know what they did to me, but a lot of stuff worked when I would get around it.
So you would walk
Alright,
up
so-
to the craft. Sorry, no.
Let me break this down a little bit. All right, so when you initially got in the program, did you get like a whole bunch of special injections?
Injections?
Yeah.
Greenings and stuff.
Just your regular stuff they do when you're in the military, your bicycling shots and all that kind of bull.
Okay, so you didn't get any special injections when you were under this program.
The Grays did something to me. I don't know if they did something to my genetics or what, but I think it was a gene or something that I had that they put in me that I was able to, when I get to the craft, things would turn on.
What's your blood type?
O negative.
Exactly.
All right, so you didn't receive any special injections because this is the reason why I'm talking about it is because you're saying you were the first one on the ground on these aircraft, right?
Yeah.
So, and you did you sustain any medical problems?
No.
Getting next to these aircraft.
No, like I said, Grays did something to me because I spent a lot of time with them as a child.
Oh, the Grays did something to you.
Yeah, all my abduction experiences. Yeah, they have they have what you call the keepers and the throwaways, and I was a keeper. They constantly abducted me every 4 years of my life.
Yeah, you said that the other day. Can I ask you, was you there on the 1952 retrieval in Mexico?
DNA doesn't lie, brother.
All right, so was the Gray encounters with during the operations?
One at a time. One at a time.
Hold on, let me just finish this. Was the Gray interactions was during when you were in the military or before prior for the military?
Yeah, I had abduction experience before that. That's how I got drafted into the USAP program. The government knows who's getting abducted and who isn't.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right, so on top of how long were you working with the crash retrieval? Why does it keep dropping?
From 85 to 89.
I don't know.
So, Reynolds, what was your position in the military before you were part of the program, and how did you get sort of initiated into the program?
I went into the Navy, and they test you to see what you're good at, and they said you're either going to work on a nuclear reactor on a sub, or you're going to be a doctor. And I said, well, I'm not going near a reactor. I said, give me the doctor gig. So I started in as a doctor for like 6 weeks, and then these two guys in black came and got me and said, okay, you're going here. So that's when I started the USAP program. I got drafted into it.
And the guys in black could read your mind. I mean, they have the same ability, almost the same abilities.
Guys in black?
Yes.
I wouldn't say that, but like I said, they came and got me and said, okay, you're going here.
I might have missed this, but are you still currently in it or no?
You never get out of it. They can call you back at any time.
So do you not feel a little bit nervous about talking about this stuff, given that you've probably got security clearances and...
My non-disclosure is over with, so no, I'm not worried. And we've got the whistleblower law thing, so no.
Right.
That's what I was about to say. His NDA is non-disclosure act is finished a few years ago. Right, as I was saying, were you there at the 1952 crash retrieval of the 3 down crafts in Mexico?
I wasn't born in 1952. I was born in 65.
I was just sorry. I didn't know how old you was.
I'm 60, dude.
What was the first assignment that are you able to talk about that? What was the first assignment that you were assigned when you joined the program?
My first assignment was actually my own abduction.
To figure out what happened.
Yeah,
it's in my military records. I was on a aircraft carrier, a USS Incheon, and I went missing for a whole 3 days off the aircraft carrier in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. And that's documented. They didn't know where the hell they searched for me and searched for me and searched for me on the aircraft carrier, and they couldn't find me. I was gone for 3 days. So it's recorded that when I got back, they did all these experiments on me and stuff. The doctors there, because they knew what was going on.
What carrier were you assigned to?
USS Incheon. 85 to 89.
85 to 89.
Yeah, but I wasn't on the aircraft carrier all the time. We went everywhere, all over the world.
So when you were the first ones on the ground, and you're
Yes.
securing the premises with anybody that would possibly be showing up, during that time, did you encounter any beings?
Yeah, all the time. The worst ones.
How they look like?
The worst ones were the quantaloids.
The what?
What, the drink climber?
We call them quantaloids. Most people call them the praying mantis looking ones.
Okay.
Yeah, funnily enough, that's what Richard Doty said to us as
We
well.
call them quantaloids.
Yeah, that's what Richard Doty
Why
said
were
to
they?
us.
What was so freaky deaky about those guys? Just the way they looked, or was it the way they communicated, or what? What?
Yeah.
Probably the fucking 7-foot mantis.
Communicated, I guess. They would. Oh my God. They would get into your head and just put the fear of God into you.
Oh, so they're
Was it
evil.
like a defense? Was it a defense mechanism for them to do that?
No. No, it's just the way that
They had bad intent.
It was-
They
it was a
to
defense
make you feel
mechanism. It was a
uncomfortable.
It was a defense mechanism they had.
Defense.
Right.
Okay.
They were very psychic.
Man.
So they were able to get into your head.
I mean, it makes sense. You guys show up and they're crash landed, or they'd something happen where they landed.
Yeah,
They're
they
gonna try to send all that mental stuff to you to scare you off.
Right, they
Makes
don't know
sense.
what's going on. So yeah, they're
What year was your first retrieval and where was it?
It was my first retrieval. I think it was in Mexico, the Mexico crash. We saw it crashing in Mexico.
What year was that?
We got there in time, and there was a bunch of federales that were dead because they tried to approach the craft. And, we got it contained. And we were in such a hurry, we put it in a flatbed 18-wheeler to get it out of there. Because there's no entrances to the underground bases in Mexico. So we had to get it up to the United States, up by Tennessee. So we actually went up to the guys, they didn't secure it right. They actually put a tarp over the damn thing.
What year was that?
That was 87.
87.
And then where did you bring it back to in the States? You recover the craft, you put a tarpaulin over it, and you take it back to Tennessee, did you say?
Yeah.
To a military base, into a hangar, into where did they take the tarpaulin off?
We were going as close as we could to Wright Patterson.
Right, Patterson.
Oh, West Patterson. That's cool.
What was that?
There's
S9?
people that work there.
You guys are worrying about nothing because we actually rival all the UFOs and everything out there. We have the technology right now. Like Trump said in the White House briefing, we have the technology to control time and space.
The Stargates.
Well, no, control time and space. You remember the Malaysian flight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
370.
Yeah,
Yep.
there was Chinese spies on there. What they did is they actually beamed that plane to a military base. Do you see those things going around the plane, then the plane disappeared?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plasma balls.
We actually beamed it to a military base. We have that technology. We've had that technology for, God, since the 70s.
So you took control of the plane and beamed it to one of your Air Force bases.
Right.
Wow.
So they
Does that conclude your job with that craft?
just got it back to base. I mean, I'm just telling you what the government did.
Okay. And was that all you had to do with that craft, or were you tasked with doing more than that? Just retrieving it? Did you have to open it?
No, I'm telling you about the plane.
Yeah, flying laser.
Malaysia.
Oh, I see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
So when you got that back to base, when you beamed it back to base, yeah, right, and as you said, there was Chinese spies on it or anything, right, yeah,
Okay,
right.
guys, I wasn't there. I'm just telling you what I read.
Oh, okay.
Disregarding MH370, understand all that. Going back to the craft that you retrieved in Mexico, brought back to the States, what happened when you brought it back? Was that the end of your job, or can you tell us anything more about that?
Yeah, that was the end of my job. The technicians take care of everything else.
Yeah,
But
okay.
there was a EBE containment unit in front of us when we would take things. It was like a big 18-wheeler that was a containment vehicle.
Yeah.
If we captured any grays or any quantaloids or anything like that.
So how did you get introduced to J-Rod?
When I got to 51,
What about Area 13?
are you talking about Area 52?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So when you say you like in J-Rod, yeah, right, how long was you actually interacting with him, and on what base was it you were interacting with him?
J-Rod was at 51.
Yeah. And how long was you interacting with him?
Oh, for about a year or so.
About a year. So how long did he actually live on that base?
I'd say a couple of years because then he died.
I thought he escaped. Did he die?
No. They said he escaped, but he actually died.
So what about the ether program?
I'm sure y'all saw that interview that they were doing with him. He was pretty much dying at the time. They were trying to get as much information out of him as they could before he died.
Yeah, I've seen that. So is that factual, that video? Is
Yes.
it true?
That video is factual, yes.
Okay, yeah.
What about this Bob guy that
Bob Lazar?
yeah, you ever converse with him?
I know of Bob. We worked the same areas, but no, I didn't get to meet him.
So
They don't let us talk to each other.
do you know anything about the ether programs?
Ether program? Never heard of it.
Of course, they classify that.
What about Project Bluebeam?
Yeah, everything's compartmentalized. You know.
Right.
Damn.
What about Project Bluebeam? Do you know anything about
my
that?
whole ether thing on.
I know we're about to have a reset, and they're going to wipe everybody's memories, or try to.
So you're on the... Who is they? Who is about to reset us? Who do you think it is?
The elites.
Which species, or is it us, like, resetting ourselves? What's your theory on that?
It's the elites that run the world right now.
The United Nations.
And are they reptilian? Are they insectoid? Are they grey?
Ones
Are
that
they...
are the United Nations.
I would say pretty much reptilian, yeah. They feel they own the planet because they were here before everybody. Or so they say.
What you were before you entered the program and how you got initiated into the program.
As I told you, I was drafted into the USEP program. I went into the Navy and tested high. They said, okay, you're going to work either on a nuclear reactor or you're going to be a doctor. And I said, well, I'm not doing near a reactor. I said, give me the doctor gig. So, yeah, we started in about 6 weeks doing the doctor thing, and they came and got me and said, okay, you're coming here.
What year was this?
That was actually late 85.
Have you ever heard of any program named Vortex Echo or anything like that?
Never heard of it.
Right. Okay. Oh, the Propulsion Tiger team.
Now, again, everything's compartmentalized, dude. They only tell us so much.
So obviously, if you're coming forward, what's the purpose of you coming forward? Are you wanting to expose something? Have you got something to share with people?
Yeah, because my non-disclosure is over with, so I can talk now. I have the whistleblower law now.
And have you spoke to anybody? Have you spoke to Ashton? Ashton, I can get you in contact with Ashton very quickly.
Who the hell's Ashton?
Ashton Forbes, the one that's been pushing the MH370 video and getting absolutely trolled, saying it's fake. Maybe you can back him up here.
No, I can tell you it's not fake.
Ashton. He's called Ashton Forbes. He's on TikTok. He's called Just X Ashton, and he's on X as well. And he's the one that's been pushing the MH370 video as being real.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Hey, Ronald, do you have any personal documents, like files that you have access to?
I do, but I'm kind of
Hesitant on that, right?
kind of weird about giving them out.
I'm just saying, like, if you ever want to link it to me, whatever, I'm always open for that.
Okay. Look up Project Solar Warden.
Okay. Project Super One.
Solar Warden.
Solar Warden?
Yeah, like prison warden.
Okay.
That's Black Knight satellite stuff, isn't it?
No, it's
Solar Warden's the off fleet. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the Black Knight satellite.
We have a fleet out there that y'all don't even know about. You remember when they had that cash for cars a while back? The government was buying cars for $4,000.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think they did with all that metal?
Turned it into UFOs.
They reverse engineered they used the metal, they infused it with another type of metal.
What?
They have to because of the radiation that's out there.
They use recycled cars to build their solar.
Yes, one of the ships go on board. I have some pictures that I would love to send to y'all, but I'm gonna give it some time before I do that.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna follow you.
That being said, man,
When I was
super intriguing, man.
they did not let us talk to each other. I mean, they kept everything compartmentalized.
Yeah.
All right, like I said before, I just wanted to put you all at ease because there's really nothing to worry about. The technology we have right now is rivals what they have. So,
But they don't want to.
Yeah, I don't know whether that puts me at ease.
Most of the stuff comes from Tartaria.
At the same time, the technology that we have may rival it, but I don't think they're actually sending the best stuff at the moment. I mean,
oh no, you're not seeing the best stuff we have right now.
that's what I mean. They're just
If anything happens, we have the technology to go back and reset everything.
if humanity actually thinks there's a chance of taking whatever on is that may be coming, then they're absolutely stupid, really, aren't they?
Like I said, we have,
Hey, Ronald,
the technology to go back and reset everything. So if anything happens, we can go back
we
and
have time?
to a different timeline.
No shit. That's
So
cool. Also,
That's what Trump was talking about. We have the technology to control.
So there's a temporal
real.
aspect to the whole thing, is there? Like, it's dimensional. So what? You go back and you reset the timeline, but you reset a different version of Earth, would you not? Would we not just continue on? Or do you blow us up and delete the timeline? That's what I don't quite get my head around yet. If we're resetting, we don't reset. Some other version of us resets at a previous point in the explosion of the universe. Is it? That's how I seem to rationalize.
That's a good question. Experience where they have reset it before?
Oh yeah, you remember when Trump got shot in his ear?
Yeah.
Yes.
He actually got shot and died in one of the timelines, but they reset it where he just got his ear cut off.
Who is resetting it?
When you reset, do people feel the shift?
We got help from the ground. Oh yeah, you sometimes you feel it like deja vu.
Boom! I felt that shift.
When you have deja vu, they're resetting the timeline.
I feel like I did too. So weird.
Yeah.
That whole weekend day.
It feels like you're on a step ladder and you just step down. You're like, what the hell was that?
You know that you've done something before, and you realize, your mind realizes it. It's like, oh shit, I've done this before, but I don't know when.
That's wild. Also, I want to say, when you got your intersect with the reptilians, right? Or the insectoids, or the other term you use. What do you guys do with those guys?
A lot of them go to prison. A lot of them are 51 and 52.
Oh, so they
What about World War II?
There's like 154 different races that are in prison right now.
Hey, Ronald, could you just confirm that World War II was really about a secret war with the Draconians?
I don't know about that. I know that we had the
Elaborate on that.
Say that again.
we had the Dulce Wars. Is that what I don't know. I mean, World War II. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because there was like every time like we go to war, I guess we're going to war. Like we had the front war, and then there's a secret war going to war with the Draconians.
Yeah, the Secret Wars. That was just like maybe 10 years ago. They were bombing a lot of these underground bases.
Okay. So what about the 21 billion bunker or thing that they had built?
Billion?
Yeah, it's trillion.
$21 trillion bunker that they had built.
Oh, you're talking about Bush?
Yeah, the Bush administration.
Yeah. No, they're just building underground cities in case there's a what do you call it? ELE?
The end of the world.
Yeah,
Armageddon?
extension level event.
Okay.
Ronaldo, have you got any information on 2027? Obviously, these rumors. You heard anything? You know anything?
Yeah, nothing's going to happen until 2030.
And
What's going to happen in 2030?
Reset.
There's two timelines that we're going to go into. Either one, the good one or the bad one.
And who decides which one we go into?
Like I said, the elites.
Do you have any information about beyond the ice wall?
No!
I don't know about that whole ice wall thing. I mean, I've been to Antarctica, but I don't know about this ice wall thing.
Hang on, what shape's the planet?
What? Oh, it's round.
What shape is the planet?
It's round.
Yeah, okay, good.
I've been in orbit. I can tell you it's
No
round.
further questions, Your Honor.
Okay, so
This flat Earth thing is just a bunk.
What did you just say? You've been to orbit?
Yes, I got to go in a reverse engineered craft that we had. I'll send pictures later.
there you go. What happened, brother?
I got kicked off, so I don't know why.
Why is okay? There we go.
Could be because I'm talking.
Yeah, you start bringing out some knowledge, dude. People, what? Okay.
So
I'm
as
like,
you-
did someone else drop? Like, what the hell?
yeah, around the world.
That's
So as
ridiculous.
We're
you
being
were
watched,
saying,
guys. We're being watched.
Hey, Celestials, he's like, I believe you're in DC.
Me?
What's up, man?
Celestial.
No, I'm in Austin,
Hey,
Texas.
Dan.
Okay.
So we got a new whistleblower in the house, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. We're trying to figure out, information. He's been dropping some knowledge here. He's looks like he's gonna get an interview with Foil Hat and their team over there in the UK. I don't know. It really depends on up the Ronald.
My name is Ronaldo, not Reynolds.
Reynaldo with the R, man.
Are you Latino?
I
Step
am.
one about treating your new whistleblower right is probably understanding how to say the name.
Spanish.
Hey, Reynaldo, let me
I'm
ask you
sorry?
a question. Where you from? Are you Latino or?
I'm from Austin, Texas. I'm Spanish German.
Oh man, that's awesome. Where's your parents from?
Three Rivers, Texas.
Oh, okay. But I'm talking about like the Latino side.
We didn't come from Mexico. We came from Spain.
Spain. Okay. So you're not Latino.
Spain,
you're
that's cool.
you're Spain.
Spaniard, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Spaniard.
Spanish German.
That's cool, man.
You know, when the Germans came to Spain, I guess they intermarried or whatever. Spanish German.
Yeah.
What inspired
said
you to
you're
go
from-
into the military?
Say it again.
What inspired you to go into the military?
I just had this feeling thing that I needed to go in.
Right.
That's cool, man.
I don't know what because usually I would think about it like I would never go into that, but
You're from Austin. You're from Austin, Texas.
I am now. I've been here for about 30 years.
Oh,
Does
okay.
it frustrate you that all of this stuff is so secretive? Do you just want the world to know?
It used to, but I think the world has a right to know.
Yeah.
Get my tablet.
Have you ever worked in a black site before?
It's been hard keeping secrets. Say it again.
Hey, Reynaldo, have you ever worked in a black site before?
Well, I mean, Area 51 and Area 52 are black sites.
Okay, because you said you're in Arizona, right?
No, I'm in Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas. My bad. Yeah, there's like I think 7 black sites in there.
Are you talking about the underground bases? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've worked on the underground bases, you said?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can I just ask you as well? When did your disclosure agreement end?
My disclosure agreement it
Yeah,
ended just a few years ago.
And how long? How long was it for?
20 years.
Yeah, it's usually about 22 years. Is that about right? Yeah.
So you can pretty much talk about anything without getting in trouble, huh?
I wouldn't say that.
Oh, okay. I'm
Have you had to
just
watch what you
asking
say
because
tonight?
if you're
trying to
with
get
the
the
whistleblower, I got
questions.
some questions, man.
I think they're listening to us right now, so I got kicked off.
No.
Yeah.
Why don't you try to get in contact with Dr. Greer and maybe he can put a safety
Yeah.
a safety on you, man.
Officially induct you into the whistleblower thing, the act. I don't know how that works, but
Yeah. Well, what it is, you go through the government of the United States, and then they'll put a safety on you and your family. So just in case, right? If you're a whistleblower and you want to talk about things, he can get you that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know about Greer. He and I don't get along.
Shiv can sort this out because he has contact with.
Oh, you have talked to Greer?
He's all
You
about,
say you don't get along?
he's all about himself, you know.
Mike Herrera, what about him? Would you speak to him?
Mike Carrera. I don't even know who that is.
It's crazy how these people don't know each other. It's like Mike Herrera was a whistleblower. He's probably around your age, maybe, I think.
I'm 60.
How old are you?
I'm 60.
You're 60, right? Oh. How was Mike Herrera then?
Oh, interesting.
What do you think of Lou Elizondo?
Yeah, Lyle's legit.
It's just a shame he sort of put his foot in the caca recently with that.
What are you talking about? What did Lyle do that they just strike him out?
I mean, talked about the alien implants when he first came out. That was all fake. Then the second was that chandelier photo that was shining through the window, and he tried to say it was a mothership. Well, it got debunked right away, and then he put a video out there explaining himself. Oh, well, I wasn't, right about that, so he lied about that. And then this one right here that he just put out, well, he didn't took the picture, but the pilot took the picture, and he tried to say that it was a big UFO with the shadow on the bottom. All of that got debunked within 2 hours. So he's just putting things out there, just to make people believe that, oh yeah, we got real UAPs and all of that. We do have real UAPs and all of that, but not the way he's saying it and not the way he's approaching it.
So you think he's a disinformation agent?
Oh.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Sorry?
I said
He scares people.
he's a disinformation agent.
I still don't know whether I completely believe that they have debunked the things inside people's bodies he talked about. Those, doctors medically cutting open.
Well, when I get a hold of y'all, I want to show you. They did an MRI on me, and they show the video of the MRI. Shows us things on my spine.
And you've got.
And to stick with you, how many did you physically arrest alien beings?
Arrest? I don't know if we arrested them, but
Incarcerated. I'm sorry.
Lord, I don't have
It's
the.
name.
I never kept count.
What was your actual position? What was your actual duties? Because obviously, you said your first assignment was your own abduction, but
That's how I got drafted in the USEP program, is because of my prior experiences getting abducted. Because they had done something to.
Is it USEF as in USEF or UFCF?
USAP, unacknowledged special access program.
I'm struggling to get my head around. Wait. I'm struggling to get my head around why a doctor would arrest an alien.
I'm not a doctor.
You said you were a doctor, or you had to work on a reactor.
You never said I'm a doctor.
No, he said he worked
on a
for about
reactor
6
or
weeks
being a
as a doctor, and then he got shoulder tapped by Men in Black. Come with me, and inducted into the special access.
Sorry. I missed that part. Sorry.
Yeah.
Do you still think you're getting watched by them?
Yeah, I still have the implants in me.
You still
wanna
have
remove
implants in you?
Yeah.
You still have implants in you?
Yes, I do.
Base of your spine, did you say?
Yes. I've got the videos of the MRIs that can show you, and I'll send it to you.
That's
Is
kind
there
of
more
stuff
than one
that's
implant?
interesting, probably,
Say it again?
because that's something you've still got.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry,
the
Raphael.
doctor said we can't take
Sorry,
it out
mate.
of you because it would paralyze you. So just if it's not bothering you, just leave it alone.
That makes sense.
So the
That makes
Grays,
sense. You don't want to remove something.
yeah, the Grays knew what they were doing when they put him in, I guess.
You say the Grays?
Yeah, that's who did it. That's how they find him.
Whoa, dude, that's a huge claim right there.
I'm still protected by them, so I'm not worried about anything.
So
happening.
you feel protected, you feel sort of loved by them, you feel like they are your cousins above, do you? Or like are they the ones that are looking out for you?
Exactly.
They're your people, kind of.
I've always had good experiences. They always roll out the red carpet for me, so
Were they tall ones or short ones?
Short ones.
Short ones. And do you think they're cute? Do you think they're completely biological?
Seemed that way to me.
Right.
I knew it.
They didn't seem mechanical or anything. So.
I knew it.
Interesting. That's pretty cool, man. Is that probably why you weren't affected with these craft when you were working near them and stuff like that?
That's what I told you. They did something to me where I was able to go in and stuff, and it didn't bother me.
Were you the only one that were not affected?
I was the only one that went in. Yeah, I went in first.
Do you think that has something to do with the implant?
I guess so. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what they did to me, but I was able to spend time with the Grays, lots of time, and it didn't bother me. Other people, it would make them go crazy.
Did you ask him where they came from?
They said Zeta Reticuli, but there was other people from the Aldebaran star system.
How did they communicate with you?
Telepathically.
Were they Ebens? If they were saying they're from Zeta Reticuli, is that the Ebens? You
No.
new to them?
No.
Project Serpo. Heard of Project Serpo?
No.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about, but no.
Yeah,
That's
this was 65 though, wasn't it? So it's a bit before your time.
yeah, way before.
Yeah,
my time.
Project Serpo, man. I'm very fascinated with that.
Yeah, same.
The ones that came back, they aged really badly.
They aged really badly. Right.
Yeah, but two of them stayed in Serpo.
Yeah, two of them did.
Two of them are alive, two of them stayed, the rest came back, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, your comrades that worked alongside you, did anyone lost their ability to work with you guys because of the effects of the craft?
I didn't really have anybody working beside me except for J-Rod.
Darod?
Describe the relationship you had with J-Rod a bit.
J-Rod was cool.
Yeah. Did you speak and he responded telepathically, or was it all telepathic?
Pretty much.
That makes sense if it was just him, because another whistleblower turned around and said, I can't remember who it is, I'm shooting names, but somebody said that when the Greys were around, not many humans were able to interact with them.
No.
They're only allowed, only certain people are allowed, and then sometimes nobody was allowed.
I don't think I'm the only one that they did that kind of stuff to, as far as like being able to be around them.
So Steve's wondering if you can speak, if J-Rod could speak with his mouth.
I never heard J-Rod speak with his mouth.
He was saying something about, basically, J-Rod was communicating with you telepathically about how to reverse engineer the craft. Is that what you're saying, Steve?
J-Rod gave you information telepathically how to reverse.
Yeah, that's how they skirted the treaty, because they didn't actually build it. I did.
You build what?
J-Rod would put stuff in my head for me to build, and I would build it. And because a human built it, that skirted the treaty, because the Greys didn't actually give it to us. I didn't physically give it to us. I built it.
What craft did you work on?
Oh Lord.
Man, this is like Bob Lazar level right here, man. You're building like
J-Rod. Yeah, man.
what I did was mostly J-Rod would put the stuff in my head. I would actually do the drawings and stuff that showed how to build it. The blueprints, I guess you could say.
So you're a scientist.
I don't know if I was a scientist, but I would draw what he would put in my head.
So basically, J Rod gave you the information, and you instructed it according to J Rod.
Right.
Okay. So that makes a lot of sense. If you have any mechanical abilities, you can do quite a bit of stuff with people telling you how to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I can draw,
So
very,
that's
I can draw very well, so I was able to draw stuff out that people could understand.
Would you describe J Rod as being highly autistic?
As being what?
Autistic, like his mentality was just so different that it was hard for him to communicate with us, normal humans that used our mouths and thought in a kind of linear way. Was he everywhere all at once with his mentality? What was his brain like? What was he like?
Oh Lord. He wasn't all over the place. He was very right on it. So I don't know if you're talking about autistic.
Okay. No, I don't know. Just hypothesizing.
Since you've been in this program, I'm assuming you probably know treaties that we have with the Greys, with the Reptilians, with the Nordics. Would you be aware of any of that?
I know about the treaties and stuff, but what's the exact? Give me an exact question.
All right, I'll give you a question. Do you know anything that's happening to these children that are being taken?
Adrenochrome?
Are you saying that's real?
Oh yeah.
What about Jake Barber when he says it's for psionic purposes?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Jake Barber said to take the children from Indonesia for psionic purposes. Are you saying it's for a different purpose?
I'm saying that they would get adrenochrome from the younger ones.
And they can't synthesize adrenochrome with their technology. They need it. They need to get it from human children.
Yes.
Yeah, and the more distressed the children is, the more powerful the adrenochrome is for the human being.
Right.
Is it a case of the ones that get tested that don't meet the criteria get put into the program?
So is with the kids that are being taken, do you know how many are being taken, or why are they being taken?
I don't have exact numbers, but I just told you why they're being taken.
Why are they being taken?
Just for the adrenochrome.
Okay.
Then what do they do with them once they've harvested the adrenochrome? What do you think happens to them then?
You'd have to ask them. They get the rush out of it. And humans actually believe that the adrenochrome will end their lives. That's why the elites take it.
Yeah, it's supposed to keep you younger, isn't it? Supposed to keep you younger and extend your life, adrenochrome. So the only way you can extract adrenochrome is to distress the child, yeah, right? And
for most aliens, though, it's an aphrodisiac.
Yeah, I'm on about
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm on about
No. Okay, sorry. Shut up.
Ronaldo, the problem is though, everything you've said here,
7%.
every single person in this live could tell this story through research. Is there anything you can back any of this up with?
My military records?
You can provide those military records.
I can, but I'm kind of spoofy on that. I mean,
and can you provide evidence?
I'm still a bit scared, if you know what I mean. I'm just a whistleblower just coming out, so I'm kind of still, because I know what they can and can't do.
I think it's a trust issue with him. There's no who to trust at the moment.
Exactly.
Now, as I say, Ronaldo, you can't trust these guys.
Yeah, I don't know.
So really, just cultivate a relationship with someone.
I don't know who's who, so.
No, I understand. You're fairly new on this open discussion as far as what your experience is and what you're trying to tell us as far as what
Exactly. Exactly. You got it. I don't know.
So yeah, I get it. A trust factor is huge.
Yep.
Knight's a good guy to work with too. Like perhaps start there.
That's what I said.
But ultimately, it's up to you who you feel most comfortable talking to.
Oh,
So just talk around, get messages across, and hopefully you can come to your own conclusion. Unless you want to do multiple interviews throughout the week, it depends on how much time you have. Are you still in the like a military I mean contract with other companies doing what your
No, they'll
profession was?
no, they only let us do 4 years because they keep everything compartmentalized. They don't want anybody to
Okay.
mess with too much of everything. I wish I was melancholy a lot because I would love to go back, but like I said, you can only do 4 years.
I
I had actually Netflix get a hold of me. They wanted to do an interview, but they haven't called me back yet. It's been a while. It's been like a year.
Do you have hey
Yeah.
Reynaldo, do you have family?
I do.
Do you have like wife and kids?
No,
Oh, okay.
no. But y'all can look
What
on
just happened?
y'all can look on Unsolved Mysteries. I did Unsolved Mysteries did a whole thing on me a while back.
They just removed. What is going on? Why are people dropping off the panel?
Because they're listening to us and they know they're just getting everybody confused and out of here.
No, it's probably having.
That's
Did you? Hey, Knight. Did you know that there's like solar flares right going on right now, and it's like messing
you
up
think that's
everything?
what's happening?
I don't know if that's what's happening, but there is like
I think they're listening and they just mess with us.
I think he's been banned for saying the A word.
probably yeah
I'm
that
gonna-
too.
Hi, good morning,
I'm trying
everyone.
to get.
This is an interesting live night.
Yeah,
I
it
definitely had
is,
to
and
amp
I'm
up
having.
the caffeine here this morning.
Yeah, it's definitely has spiraled into a magical situation.
Yeah.
It's quite a lot.
I remember meeting. Well, I didn't meet you, but I remember listening to you on the Commander Elian's live about a month ago, and I thought it was quite interesting. I do have a lot of questions, but I'll get to that in a minute. I'm still trying to get the caffeine.
Gotta get that coffee, man. I started this morning.
Yeah,
Yes, he got removed for misinformation, apparently.
Yeah, we need to be careful what we say here.
Yeah,
I had a huge notification on my screen said such and such has been removed, and I'm
yeah.
like, that's the like.
It's
Guys,
nowadays. I'm telling you, on TikTok, you gotta be really careful with what you say because they are going hard. I'm telling you, they're going hard on this. So you just gotta be really tight with all the stuff that everybody talks about UAPs, extraterrestrials. I'm telling you, they're tracking people down.
Oh yeah.
They even ban you for calling flat earthers a twat.
Ronaldo, are you on X? Are you on Twitter?
Am I on Twitter? No.
a lot of the things that people are starting to like photograph, like orbs and different crafts, like biomorphic stuff, plasmoid things of that nature, are they actual non-human intelligent crafts or technologies, or are they human technologies or reverse technologies or reverse engineered?
They're human technologies. They're actually doing that just to have y'all question, get y'all
Yeah.
frizzied up. They're actually testing how the public can react when stuff like this actually happens.
Yeah.
No, that's true. That's truly extraordinary. Especially you probably got some crazy stories, man.
Yeah, that's
Tell
pretty
us
crazy.
any of
Yeah.
them? I really want to ask you about your first experience when you landed, dude, and you seen this craft, right? In your first encounter with alien beings. How that went about, how did you feel when that happened?
At first, I guess it was a little bit scary because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know which race of beings I was going to encounter. Like I said, I don't like quantiloids big time. You know what a quantiloid is?
Yeah.
All right, it looks like we lost signal with Ronaldo. So, I mean, at this point, we're basically at the end of the live.
Yeah, if we.
All right, Knight. I'm gonna go eat some breakfast, man. Thank you for inviting me.
Adios.
All right, no problem, man. You take care.
Yeah, that was fascinating.
Yeah, sorry that I didn't get everybody on the live as fast as I could, man. It's just been pretty
That's the first time I've been
wild.
removed
And then
off the
people
live
were
for
dropping.
misinformation.
That's what you got? What was the message?
It was misinformation. I put it on the WhatsApp. I screenshotted the thing. It just said misinformation. You've been removed from this live for misinformation.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Were you suspended after? Well, no, of course you weren't suspended. Did they try to like?
Well, I've got a different. I've come back on a different account. I couldn't come back into the live. I had been blocked from the live as well.
Knight,
That's crazy.
Can I just ask you a quick question there, Knight? Obviously, I've missed something here, but you can obviously go into your TikTok and take this little live that you've done. Are you able to repost that video so everybody who hasn't seen it can see it? Because I've noticed a number of people just click in, they go, damn it, missed the lot. So Shiv hasn't seen it as well. Can you do that? Go into your live file and repost the video?
I can definitely look at the recording and post it. I know it's a lot of weird errors going on. Like people are dropping and coming back and remessaging saying, "Hey, why you drop me?" So I'm hoping that I don't got no errors on this recording that I can just put the full live on.
Brilliant. That'd be amazing.
That'd be epic.
Yeah, because I think these coronal solar flares are what's been causing the issues with the live connections. So you know, it's knocking out bits and pieces of the continuity of service. But yeah, what did I miss? What just happened, guys? What just happened?
All right, so for Renardo was working for the crash retrieval program.
Like that soccer player.
Renardo.
Yeah,
he was working for the crash retrieval program, and he was basically hands-on with a lot of these craft. That he retrieved over 100 craft. He incarcerated multiple alien beings apparently that that he encountered.
Worked with J-Rod.
So
J-Rod was one person. He was one person J-Rod was willing to and could communicate with.
That's interesting. I mean, just a question, obviously. I don't know whether you guys already know this, but I'm obviously trying to fall back on something. Just so I got something to feed my mind with. But like, was he something to do with Jake Barber's unit, or was he working for one of the units that Jake Barber talked about that basically they're all in opposition with?
I'm understanding that it was a different unit. That's what I'm understanding.
Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, there's
I think they're tinkering with it to make this difficult for you as well. Like I did actually get removed from this live for misinformation. All I was doing was asking questions as well. I don't think I really said anything weird at all.
That is weird. I'm telling you guys, like they have eyes everywhere, guys. So you got to be careful.
Well, this is a really sensitive topic. It's a proper sensitive topic, and you know these are the sort of this is the sort of information that they really don't want in the public domain because you know it basically validates all the stuff they're trying to suppress. Yeah. So you know, realistically speaking, I mean, we do have a lot.
Renardo, were you removed? Or it was just lost signal.
Is he in the feed? Is he?
Ronaldo, do you receive us? Over.
Yeah, I think I'm back.
Hey.
Yeah,
we got
welcome
you.
back.
Hey.
Thank you so much for coming back.
I hope we're not holding you up from work, brother.
No, I'm just traveling.
Great.
Okay.
We're happy to have you. Very happy to have you. Thank you for coming and talking to us.
Most definitely. Now, just to reiterate, you weren't part of Barber's team. You were a different team altogether, correct?
Yeah, USAP. I was on a blue team.
Okay.
What kind of other colors are there?
There's like 5 different colors.
Cool. Do the colors mean something?
Is
it like varying degrees of like secret capabilities? So the more deeper you are with your secret sort of clearance, you know, you get to see more and more. Is that what it means?
Yeah. Everything's compartmentalized. And
of course it is.
They don't let you talk to each other.
Yeah, that's the way of safeguarding the secrets. It's the same thing in the CIA and the FBI. That's why they don't. Sometimes they correlate on missions, but they have different orders.
Yeah. Try not to say the three-letter agency words. Just say three-letter agencies, because we'll get it. We'll get. Ronaldo, you were talking about the quadruploids. Quantiloids. Sorry. What were your experiences, and when you're actually doing your day job and you're experiencing things that are obviously quite terrifying, how do you internalize it? I mean, like, has it just been normalized and sort of it's just part of what you do, or but do you actually take any of this home? Think deep about it.
It's just a job, man. I mean, you get used to it.
Get used to it. Wow.
Like I said, I've dealt with the grays all my life, so I was pretty much used to it.
So this is an issue of weather alert. So, hey, let me ask you a question. Every time there's a storm, right? Does the UAPs recharge in the storms or hide in the clouds?
Yes.
Okay. That's confirmed. So that has to do with the theory of the what's the name, the ether, as well.
Hey Renardo, what field are you doing now? I mean, as far as your career after all this.
Well, believe it or not, I do window tint. I have a window tint company.
Okay. Man, you sound just like my friend.
From what I did.
You sound like my friend Patrick. He was in the military. He did a window tinting too for a little bit too after the military. That's funny.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to go back. I have melancholy a lot sometimes because you miss it. You miss being able to go all around the world whenever you wanted to.
Yeah.
You miss the travel.
I guess it's a bit like being a racing driver. There's a certain kind of adrenaline you can only get in one area.
Right.
And you're sort of addicted to that, yeah?
Go past these lights, then at the next set, turn left.
Kind of strange thinking about, we are all worried about the politics of the
At the lights, use the left 2 lanes to turn left.
There's so much out there that people don't know about the politics of the galaxy.
Stay in the right 2 lanes.
Y'all hearing me?
Yeah. Hey, oh no, we hear you.
3/4 of a mile. Keep left to merge onto SH1 loop south.
Sorry.
Give you guys up, man. Look, I know a lot of people are requesting to come up. I apologize. There's only a certain amount of people that can come up at a time, and people that I recognize or have that I know that are not going to disrupt the live. So no worry, Lucky. Like there's a lot of people that have been dropped, been reported, been removed, which is weird, right? I'm surprised I'm still up and it's like the live is still running. So it's yes, 100%. So
It's this nice guy here called Ronaldo Lucky who's telling us all about his experiences.
Sorry,
should we crack on?
I think why they're doing that is because
Keep left.
So at this point, Renardo, with you wanting to go back and doing all this other stuff, and now you just got to live life, you got to work.
I'll call you back at any time, and I think I'm going to be called back.
In about 15 miles, take the USD.
You say you're going to call me back?
East.
I think they'll be calling me back here pretty soon because a lot of stuff's about to go down. Like I said, right around 2030.
Oh, wow.
There's going to be a lot of disclosure between 27 and 2030.
It's a storm in my area.
2030, everything's going to be disclosed.
Do you think we're on a 10-year disclosure timeline? Like there's a group that's met and gone, well, we need to disclose everything in 10 years. How are we going to do it? Let's break it down year by year, and they're just running through a program?
5 years.
Yeah.
2030 is a focal point. It's actually a timeline focal point.
Yeah.
I guess
2030, everything will be disclosed. There won't be any secrets anymore.
What's forcing this? What's caused the agenda to come forward?
Because
great point.
There kind of has to be a reason for all this information to soon, in a sudden, become relevant. Like, why now?
I think Trump's part of it.
Trump, what is part of it?
Trump is Trump's part of it.
Oh man.
He's wanting to
Do you
bring all
think
the
it?
secrets out.
He wants to bring the
He's
secrets
willing to
out.
take out the secrets. Nice.
Yeah. He's trying to get rid of the swamp, and he's trying to get rid of all the elites, the ones that are doing all this stuff. He's trying to get us back into the good timeline.
What about Elon?
Yeah, Elon. He's just
He was part of it.
He's part of it.
Y'all
Too?
know about the?
Is he human?
No, Elon's human. Oh my god.
Yeah.
no this. Hey, there's some. Ron, let me ask you a personal question. Right? Have you ever seen or witnessed something with a high representative of the presidency? Like reptilians have the ability to shapeshift, and are they among the presidency?
Yes.
I kind of thought so.
I have pictures backing that up too.
A while back when I got out, I got a TV show here called Project UFO here in Austin, and it was a cable access show.
Yeah.
And I actually had somebody that worked for the administration here in Texas that actually had video, they said, of Bush shapeshifting, him and his father shapeshifting. They wanted to give it to me, but they wanted to give it to me at like 12 midnight underneath the Congress Bridge. And this was right after my my run-in with those guys in black, so I was like, I don't know about this. I was thinking they wanted to off me or something, so.
Like two worlds is crashing now. Something happens.
I mean, it's interesting what you've just said about the Bushes, because we know that they're a distant bloodline of the British royal family. All the American presidents are. I mean, I'm trying to work out how Trump is.
That's why Trump's trying to expose him.
Oh, okay, right. Well, the reason that I say that is, though, it's interesting that that came up, because I can remember the first time I actually ever saw George Bush Senior shapeshift. That was when he gave the speech in front of Congress, saying, "When we become a new when we become a new world order, or when we get a new world order, which we will." That speech is still on YouTube, and you can see the guy's eyes change. It's not CGI manipulation. The weird thing, the British royal family do the same, because Putin has said twice that the Queen has shapeshifted in as a warning to him, and Prince William apparently shapeshifted in front of Britney Spears on a Skype call. That's when she lost her shit and shaved her head. It wasn't because of her father.
That's new to me.
Yeah, that's true. That is 100% true, verbatim. But it's very interesting that this upper echelon, there is a blend of different species kind of being present. I mean, I just wonder at what point, the scales tip, and what actual event has to take place in order to eradicate our system of what is present.
You know that they can go into your body and do things that you wouldn't do otherwise.
Yeah, well, they say that some of the reptilian familiars that are in government have some sort of symbiotic parasite in them. And that's what kind of makes them classified as a hybrid.
In the right to
They have to show you what they're doing and stuff, otherwise they get in trouble.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know these
Plain
shows,
sight.
this Stargate Atlantis.
Yeah.
Yes.
Atlantis
Yes.
mirrors our secret space program to a T.
Being said, I think we're at this point. Hey, Renardo, I guess it sounds like you're like at your destination or something. You went on mute.
It's okay.
Yeah, but I think at the end of the day, man, I mean, as these people, their contract is non and void, and they're able to speak out, that they can definitely come out and but the amount of work and involvement in that this dropped. The the amount of work that it sounds like he's done and the amount of encounters that he has done, he sounds like he was at the spear of this situation.
Yeah,
which is remarkable.
It's fascinating to hear him talk about the fact that there are 5 different groups of or teams, if you will, that are basically have different levels of clearance to respond. I mean, I didn't know that. And so that's just another little dimension to the reality. And he said it in sort of a cold-blooded, matter-of-fact kind of way that, I mean, I genuinely believe him. So, I mean, you know, this is it. It's kind of weird to me. I'm just going to say, it's kind of weird to me that, like, the timing of everybody's what do they call them? Their no-talkie agreements. They're all kind of timing out in this period whereby this disclosure is happening anyway. So, were they aware, Ronaldo, that like 15 years ago or 20 years ago, these NDAs were going to sort of time out? Were they aware that it was going to kind of be happening in tandem with this phenomena?
Could be.
Yeah, it happens in several places at the same time. I looked it up. More people had been through that.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Hey, Ronaldo, I know you're on your way somewhere. Do you have any final words for us?
Don't worry about anything. It's gonna work out.
Don't worry about anything.
Hey, Ronaldo.
Works out. Yeah.
That's
one more
comforting.
question.
There's a lot of people not comforted, so it's good.
No, there's
One at a time. One at a time, guys.
There's I guess I'd say a presence or a call it God. I don't know what else leading that's directing us into this. That's all the timelines that correct themselves.
Say that again. You say that there's a presence or what some people will call God.
Yeah,
Consciousness.
right.
That's helping us.
Yes, directing us.
Yeah.
And like I said, fixes the timelines also.
That's interesting because you're the second person in 10 days that I've heard directly reference God in relation to this sort of phenomena, and in weeks gone back as well. 4 or 5 weeks ago, I've heard also people referencing a spiritual sort of religious kind of capacity to everything that's happening or unfolding at the moment.
Yeah,
Matthew Brown.
So unseen force.
Jono, I want
Holy Ghost.
He's into the ether.
I think there is something to that spiritual side of things, and I do think everything is happening for a reason, and because everything is due to this massive awakening of the world, basically. And I know I sound nuts, but never mind.
No, you don't. But I think what we've seen. Hang on. What we've seen in the last sort of
the powers that be are going to try to do this reset, and they're going to try to wipe everybody's memories, and they're going to have them put them to work as slaves, and you're not going to know who's who. You're not going to know who your parents are. You're not going to. I mean, this is what they're going to try to do, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that God or whoever is going to allow this.
But I meant before, but that's two worlds is coming together in the universe. That's
one of the most amazing things I've heard in probably the last 30 years. That one statement. They're going to do what? Like, seriously, is that really what the bigger plan is? So all the WEF, the New World Order, the depopulation of the planet, to get it to a point where it's manageable, but like we all lose our minds?
Yeah, you're not going to know any difference. You're going to think that everything was that way.
Yeah, it's going to be so for a while, and then it goes back to.
I mean, it's happened before. That's how these advanced civilizations in the past, they wiped everybody's memories.
In 1 mile.
Same people that are doing that, the secret groups or whatever, the control freaks, they're trying to push this narrative with the Anunnaki coming back and use that as a smoke
premise.
First off, they're going to stage a fake alien invasion. You're going to hear see this pretty soon.
They come from the sea.
They're going to have us against, alien beings, and we're going to be fighting against them.
Just that last bit, Ronaldo.
Yeah.
But when they come back, God or Anunnaki, whoever it is, we're going to fight against them because they're going to make them. As you notice, when alien beings first
keep right
and stuff, everything was really nice and sweet and everything, and now they're making aliens where they're bad and evil, and
At the Light Market Road West.
they want us fighting against them.
It's an agenda.
Yeah. Have you guys
Nice.
felt that the time
Ronaldo,
goes fast sometimes, and sometimes it takes longer?
It's not going to be a fake alien invasion. It's going to be a fake second coming. This is why everybody is going. So, Lenville Logan on a live, pointing at everybody paranormal. Jake Barber, the Skywatcher team, summoning possession, blah, blah, blah. Matthew Brown, God is real.
yeah.
Yeah? Let's stop beating around the bush.
Immaculate Constellation.
There are two sections
that's
of Project Bluebeam. There's a fake
Yeah.
alien invasion, and then there is the fake second coming. Okay? And everything is pointing to the fake second coming because everybody keeps banging on about fake alien invasions.
But
Hold
Ronaldo,
on here.
is anybody digging in with us? Is there going to be other races that are going to assist humanity, or is this just humanity having to dig itself out the shit?
That says
Like
both.
the-
Hey, Christopher, you say you had some insight on this?
Yeah. So,
What's your insight on this?
who here knows about the Vivo key?
I heard about it.
I haven't.
So,
No, please tell us.
so the Vivo key has changed names plenty of times. It was the corporation was Angel Corp, and then it went to Lucent Technologies, and then it went to Verichip.
Heard of that?
Yeah.
Keep switching it up.
RFID.
Tracks.
You can't
Marky, Beastie.
you can't say the name JK
Yeah.
on TikTok because it's so connected in with transhumanism. I posted a simple video with him speaking his own words out of his own mouth, and it was something as simple as this may be the last generation to unalive or the first generation to live forever, and they took that video down because there is a narrative. We are all under propaganda. If that wasn't the case, the current president of the U.S. would have reinstated the Smith-Mundt Act and restored it. The alien invasion already happened. It was the immigrants coming into the country and then getting kicked out. And you're referring to extraterrestrial because the angels weren't formed of the earth. They've been here with us ever since, and they're still here. And they're the ones at the top above AI running things. Besides, they're trying to free from a dimensional realm, Apollyon or Abaddon, the Destroyer, and they're using the Roman legal legis system for thousands of years. It was initiated before Jesus' birth. Look to the law of the 12 tables, 540 BC, and that established
Rudolf Steiner and Ottoman and all that stuff, is it?
I'm not familiar with that. I haven't researched that.
Right. Oh, sorry to interrupt. Please continue.
No, go ahead. I can stay on point. I'd like to hear
Rudolf
what you...
Steiner, he in New Zealand and I believe around the world, you can put your kids in an elementary school where they learn physical stuff before they go into classical
like vocational.
Vocational stuff. Anyway, they're called Steiner schools, and this guy Rudolf was around 100 years ago. He was a mystic. Wrote Satan was one of the masters.
Yeah.
And there's another guy, Ottoman.
Hello. We can hear you.
We can hear you, Ronaldo. We can hear you.
Yeah, go for
very
it,
loud. You might need to drop and come back.
Hello.
Can you hear us?
Is he inside a UFO? Has he been abducted?
Yeah.
Have you been abducted, Ronaldo?
So
Hello, brother.
Ronaldo.
We can hear you.
Can you hear me?
yeah,
We can hear you.
Got you.
Hello.
Ottoman was all about trying to.
Now, soon after the end of the live, he lost signal and he couldn't return back. So that's how we ended the live. So you guys understand. Okay? Take care. Peace.